That's a hard question. Fiambre. It's a Guatemalan Day of the Dead meal. I'm not Guatemalan, but my girlfriend is. And fiambre is this thing you make every Day of the Dead that's supposed to be composed of all of the foods that your family members that have died. It's all their favorite foods into one meal. And well, that's the traditional meaning behind it. Usually each family has a recipe. So every year my girlfriend and I make this fiambre with her family recipe, and it's what I look forward to every year. And we just finished it this week, so.
Oh God, it's a split between pupusas and pizza.
Oh man, that's a hard one. Oh Lord. I'll go with ramen right now. That's my answer.
Chicken pot pie.
Plain cheese pizza.
My favorite food would be pizza.
My favorite food is ice cream, for sure. Vanilla ice cream with peanut butter. That's it.
Just chicken. Like any chicken goes like with anything. Like I can just eat chicken every day for the rest of my life and I'll be happy.
Oh, I like chicken. I like to keep it simple. You can fry it, bake it, and anything type you're feeling, so.
My favorite food, a Brazilian steak.
Like you shouldn't leave Rami, cereal.
My favorite food is probably like Chinese food, like dumplings.
Favorite food? Oh God. You know what? I think it changes. Like, depending on how old I am, I used to really like sushi, but now I'm just like really down for dumplings. So like dim sum, anything with that nice skin on it and like good meat,
If I had to pick one, I guess carne asada fries.
Favorite food? So it's interesting because my grandmother always made it for me. It's called noodles and tomato sauce. It's not spaghetti. It's not. It's just noodles and just like a watery sauce base, but it's like super good.
It's kind of hard. My main one to go is like pepperoni pizza, or like maybe like chicken tenders, but that's all.
Easy. I can eat mac and cheese literally every day.
That's a hard one. Either lasagna or like a burrito bowl, or just like tacos, you know.
My favorite food is pesto pasta, definitely.
That's tough. I really like waffles and cinnamon rolls a lot. I'm a really big breakfast connoisseur, I would say. I always love going to Denny's.
Outside of Smash? I'd probably just pick Smash anyways, but maybe Zelda next. Link to the Past has the most nostalgia. So.
Oh, that's a hard one. I want to say Super Mario Sunshine because I played it like when I was a kid, and like I didn't know how to complete it because I was a kid. So I kept trying and trying, and just such a fun game. And I can still play it today, so it's pretty fun.
These are hard.
Everyone else was so instant.
Yeah, no, my favorite video game changes every 2 weeks. I'll go with VVVVVV.
What a question. Probably Super Mario Galaxy, the original one. Although 2 is also really good, it's hard to pick.
My favorite video game would be Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
My favorite video game is definitely Pikmin 2.
Ocarina of Time, for sure.
I know technically I'm a gamer, but I actually don't play too many games. I would either say it's Zelda Wind Waker or Bayonetta 1.
Toss-up between Destiny and the Golden Sun series.
And like any Smash game has been my favorite so far.
Yoshi's Island from the SNES.
I really like Smash. But like you know what? Oh dang, that's a hard question. Yeah, I think it'd have to be Smash. Because you can like show off your 1v1 skills or your like team working with doubles. That's what I like most about. So I like it when I'm able to like play with other people too. Like I don't like games that just like you play single player, like that's cool and all. Like I get why people like it, but I don't think I could only play like a single player game.
Favorite video game is definitely Undertale, like by far, and then Super Smash Bros.
One of my favorite games that I have played, Dark Souls. I used to be into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Stopped doing that. Street Fighter is a big part of me growing up. It's a bunch of stuff.
The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Everyone likes Ocarina of Time. I like Majora's Mask. It's my favorite.
Super Smash Brothers is like the obvious one, but if you take that away, probably like Majora's Mask or Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2 for the PS2. It's actually a really great game.
Paper Mario 1000 Year Door is what I always tell people, followed by Pikmin 2 and probably some other GameCube game.
BioShock Infinite.
Shadow of Colossus is usually my answer. It depends on the day of the week. Mass Effect Trilogy, I can't separate a game, so there's that too. I have to say both.
I would say, you know, it's I've got the ability to like travel around and do so much. I would say Smashed.
I think my favorite tournament was Zero Saga because it's kind of like, I think that's the farthest I've traveled. Yeah, because I never went to EVO, so that was the first time I went out of state for a Smash tournament. And the card pool was really fun. It was me, Kelso, Cerrone, Legit, and Travante, and we all like had a good time. And the tournament I did pretty well at. I made it to day 2 at a tournament that really only had top players. I outplaced several PGR players at the time, and I think that was probably the first time I felt like a top player myself. So I would say that was my favorite Smash 4 moment.
Gonna need like 20 minutes for this one. When I went to the first Blood Moon tournament, which was in Sacramento a long time ago, a wonderful man called Glacier invited me over to his house, and that was the first Smash Fest I ever went to, and that had like Zex there, and Nando was there, and Blank was there, all people I'm still friends with. So that's a pretty good memory.
Favorite Smash 4 memory? Probably the Extra Life tournament at Foundry. It was a lot of fun because Sacramento all came out in full force. Teb was seen for the first time by the Bay Area, and he nearly won the whole event just that one time. The crew battle was really hype. Got to get drunk with the One Up boys. It was all great.
I think winning Foundry, I think that was in 2016, was probably my favorite. I had to beat Legit.
RPSville Season 1 finale, hitting Rude with 14 forward smashes in a row from U2.
Probably just SmashCon 2017. Just the whole experience was really definitely set apart from every other event I've ever been to. Just everything about it was really good.
Smash Royale. That was the first time I met Izzy and then hung out with Domo, and we're just like our little own Bayo clique. And we like loved it. We all had fans and it was amazing.
I will say the second crew battle I was ever in, I was in top 17, like before I was an 8-bit. And at one of the I think it was an Extra Life tournament at the Foundry, we had to play Giga. And I just remember I was like the mid person, and I took one of Giga's, I took the last of Jody Bleak's stocks, and then I took all 3 of a Pikachu's stocks. And the Pikachu got mad at me. Instead of, he just like shook my hand like really aggressively, and he's like, "You got lucky." And I was like, "Oh, that's why people hate Rosa." And thus began a long history of people hating my character. That was fun. That was fun. That was great.
Oh, probably winning GTX recently, but before that, I don't know. I feel like every time I go to a tournament is like a memory, just because, you know, this game's fun. I enjoy it to this day, even though a bunch of people don't. But if I had to choose one, for sure, GTX 2018.
If I'm just putting it like together in one sentence, it's me doing well at any single event I wasn't expected to do well at.
Favorite Smash 4 memory is when the TCM crew picked me up as their new member back when I barely started playing the game.
Ooh. I need to think on that one.
Probably Paragon. I did pretty well. I got to winner semis, and it was a pretty stacked tournament. I beat like a bunch of good people like Ally and 6WX, so I got pretty far, and I tasted like the victory of like being really, really good and being top 8 in the winner's side of a really good, really big tournament. So that's probably like my favorite memory.
I think hilariously, my answer is just the early Foundry days, like Andrew Wu Foundry days, like just like early 8-bit when we were like really a crew and like trying to do crew battles and all that stuff and like really getting into it. I think those days were really fun.
Probably when I went to Paragon X, like my first like major tournament.
Probably ending up having to play Fallen in round 1, like the second tournament I came here and winning that one.
Probably beating the Buzz, like straight up, is like my favorite, or just the whole 2GGC Genesis Saga tournament and like that era of like when I was playing, or like that moment of my Smash career. It was kind of like my first breakout, and I started beating a lot of people like out of region, and that gave me, I don't know, it just kind of showed me that I could kind of like, that there was something I was good at there. Like I could like actually make it in the game in some way, and I kind of like started this whole trend for me.
My favorite Smash 4 memory. I think probably going to SoCal for a saga, like the carpools and the staying in the hotel, or maybe the Arcadian that I was able to enter. Yeah, probably one of those.
Let's see. I would say this Invitational, the very first one, for many reasons, but yeah, it was a great time. I got to like just chill around with a whole bunch of people I like in the community. So, and I got to do some other activities on the side.
Trying to think. Probably playing against Mr. R or Cosmos, probably those two sets.
The best one would be Cogpog 2, where everyone at the end of the tournament just went down the slide. Like there was a slide at Cogpog. Shoutouts to Ronaldo for getting that venue. There was a slide, and I don't think we were allowed to go there. But during the end, everyone just like bombarded it, and everyone all together, just who were still at the venue, just went down the slide together. I think that's a really good memory.